Thanks, Aaron. All right, welcome, guys. We only have 5 people here, and everybody else decided to join us remotely. So we got Eric, Schreier, Mike Edom is here, Jeff Sprock is here, Jeff Hedstrom is here, and then me, Mike Powell. And then everybody else that's online there. Here. We have Jason, Eric, you, yourself, and Nate.
Cool. Is Michelle gonna pop in or Megan?
I don't think, no, Megan says she's not gonna be here, and Michelle is still in Australia.
Aha, got it.
So I believe it's nighttime right now over there. Yeah, so Wi-Fi is Bobcat 12. Okay, did everybody get a chance to read the minutes from the retreat? Thought they were pretty good. Anybody had any comments about them at all?
Did Aaron fix that section I had highlighted? Or
No, this is I didn't. Aaron,
I did.
You did? Okay, good.
Yeah, I got the time right and the mention on the Big Sky conference.
Okay, good. Yeah, because that was a little off there for sure.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know how they got there.
Yeah, no big deal. All right. You want me to bring those up? See.
It's all online though.
yeah, and it did switch the time too. That looks good. Yeah. Oh, and I did make one change too, Aaron, about
You just put a 6.
the what? Oh, did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, that's just our working copy anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, the PDF is online. It's on Magip.
Okay.
That's the
I
final.
also made one change.
Okay.
I also made one change about when Nate referenced that there was only $800 for our meetups, and then he later clarified.
Oh, right.
In email that's $1,500. So I did make that as a kind of a secondary goal. So we should have plenty more.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But yeah, there is one. There is one tonight. Just a reminder for everybody.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. All right, so can I get a motion to approve the minutes? So moved. All right, do I get a second from somebody?
I can second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Anybody opposed? Okay, good.
Who made the motion there?
Jeff Sprock made the initial motion, and then Nate seconded it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get on to some business here. Jeff Hedstrom came up with some good news with our Morals partnership thing that we were talking about. Jeff, did you want to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear him, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, so I talked with the president-elect, which is essentially their vice president, a few weeks back. And then they were going to talk about it at their board meeting at the end of September. He initially didn't get back to me right away. I had to reach out to him again. And they gave us the go-ahead that they were interested. I don't know if they're going to do some sort of approval. It sounded like it was good on their end. So I think from our end, I think we should decide whether or not we're still wanting to pursue this. So essentially, it would be we would be donating a booth at our conference in exchange for a booth at their conference, and obviously to And their conference is in February. I don't know the dates or the location yet. I think it's in Butte. That's just my understanding. I think it was Kalispell's turn, but it sounds like Kalispell is the same issue that we have. It's not a facility that can host. Because they have, it's a very similar group for us. It's around 200 people that attend. Exhibitors, it's usually like 8 or 9 folks that conference.
Who do you think should go man the booth?
Well, I'll be there for the state library.
Too hot.
Not at all, but we're wondering about the volume that's not going through there.
So you have to, well, it was before.
Yeah, I know, but
So yeah, the little sound icon,
yeah, I did that.
right click that, go to sound, right click, no, that's the left one. The other one. Go to input or sound settings. Yep, and then do the MXX, the top output. Right there, yep, right to the speakers.
Yeah.
That bottom.
Okay.
You can test it.
Say hi, Nate.
Is this any better?
Yes, it's still coming through here.
Well, make sure you hit. It's turned up. Tell them to talk again.
Say something, Nate.
Oh, you got in the Zoom program itself, you need to select.
Okay.
That next to the microphone. Yeah, right there. That's the one. Now change that to MX.
All right. Say something, Nate.
All right. How is this?
I gotta turn you down now.
You good?
I think so. Say something again, Nate.
Okay. What about now?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's good. All right, thanks a lot. All right, so we can all hear you now. Good. All right.
So that's basically it. Marls has attended our conference before. It was back in Great Falls. So I can see their angle, why they're interested, especially survey plans here.
Yes, back to my question. Who do you think should be president, vice president, past president, or?
I'll already be there for the state library, representing the state library. So it's usually in February. It's like the third week. I think last year was like the 22nd.
What?
Yeah.
I think this is a great idea, and just another great way we need to collaborate with other different organizations and stuff, and especially the surveyors.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, there's just so much GIS within survey.
Absolutely. Yeah, whether they did it or not.
Well, a lot of those engineering companies, they have their either GIS tech or tech that does GIS work.
Yep, I totally agree. Yeah, no, I got no problem to motion that we agree to do this. And swap booths. I got no problem with the booth for our conference.
Say, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Jason. Sorry, Eric sent a chat, but we're having a hard time kind of hearing it. It's really echoing, and I'm not sure, Nate and Aaron, if you're having an issue as well. But we really can't hear anyone outside of Mike.
It's a little clippy and kind of distant.
Yeah.
Did that start just now, or the echo?
No, it's pretty much been the whole time.
Is it a laptop mic or something?
Yeah, I'm in front of my laptop. It's going through my laptop. They don't have the speaker didn't go through there, I don't think. Well, I mean, whoever needs to talk, then I guess we'll just have to rotate seats a little bit. Why would you? Well,
Just so it make it easier for it to speak.
Yeah, I'm just trying mine too. Is there a microphone setting for this guy here?
I don't know how to get hooked up to that thing.
Yeah, so I think there is a microphone. Is there a microphone setting? What's
Well, that's just, well, if you want to move it to. You see that. I don't want to have any feedback going. Huh?
Yeah, it's
That's fine. Well, over here then, whoever talks. I'll do most of the talking, so. Should be all right. Yeah, exactly.
as soon as you lose it, you're online, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what Jeff, did you guys catch what Jeff was saying earlier, or, for the most part?
Yeah, I didn't hear if there's if somebody was gonna be there at is it the Marls conference it's gonna be held where at now?
We're not sure exactly where, but it's usually the third week of February. We're not sure exact dates yet or anything like that. Haven't really figured out who would attend that. Probably be the president, vice president, maybe the past president as well will also sit in on that. Jeff says he's already going to be there because of the library. They have food too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This will be our third year.
Yeah.
And we can certainly have anybody who wants to volunteer to be at the booth, that would be fine, that'd be great. You know, as long as we got a little representation, you know, from the group. And then we'd be giving a booth to Marls for our conference as well, which I really have no issue with that at all. I think that's just a good collaboration that we need to have. Did anybody else have any? Sorry. What in the world did I do? Hang on.
Guys, you got some background noise going.
Really? I still hear music. Sorry, buddy. I don't think you're supposed to touch that. I'll go get that again. Is that better? I don't know. Can you hear?
Can you guys hear us better?
I think it's okay. Just try to maybe talk loudly. I'd hate for you guys to do that, but I think that's really the only way we're going to be able to hear you.
Yeah. Oh, whoever talks, put it over here on my laptop. We'll just do it that way. I think that'll work. That'll work best. So we'll just rotate around. Everybody needs to walk a little bit. Sorry. That's okay. It is. All right.
So Mike,
go ahead, Jason.
yeah, thanks. I was just going to add, Jeff, thanks a lot for working on that. I think something that we should consider in the future, we should probably have some sort of a plan for this. You know, just because if we have a booth, we're going to yield some questions. We're probably going to want some handouts or swag or something. Just we'll need somebody to represent, you know, obviously the organization in the right way. And I don't know how we organize this, but I think it's important just that, you know, whoever volunteers has a little bit of knowledge about the organization and what we can, you know, offer Marls and stuff. So it's in the future. We have some time, but I think if we're representing Magip, we should probably make sure that we are organized and you know, that we just think ahead about this a little bit and try to figure out what we can how we can promote ourselves.
So no bums off the street, then you're saying?
No, I think that's good. I think that's a good point there, Jason. I mean, I don't think our end goal is to get new members, but it's probably just more about connection, establishing relationships with the serving community. We get a few people to sign up or interested in our
especially coming to our conference. That's, you know, that's gravy right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that. Yeah, you're right, Jason. I mean, we obviously, you know, whoever does the Morrow thing or volunteers definitely should bone up on Magip a little bit, you know, so they can speak intelligently about Magip
Well, and we need to restock up on Schwag.
and yeah, we started running out of swag a little bit there, so yeah, definitely. Sorry
Oh, God, we don't really have anybody. Well, especially with, oh, yeah, I'll
Would that be a conference? Put that on the board.
you know, it's always followed, you know, I don't know if we've ever addressed this, but it's always fallen under business and operations committee, but with the bylaw changes a couple of years ago, we got rid of that. So,
Any ideas on who you think should be, you should have somebody in charge of swag?
I'll
Online there, guys.
and I have, Megan and I, we have most of it. I think Jenny still has some of it in Bozeman. I gotta talk with her and see what else she has.
Yeah, we're gonna have to restock on that a little bit.
I think first thing we'll probably have to take it for what we have.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll have much to hand out during GIS day. We'll see.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, and I don't think it has to be much, but just get some nice pens or something, you know, and just for something. But yeah, I don't know. Megan, I think historically has worked a little bit with that, but I don't know if she's willing to continue that or.
right.
Yeah,
and I think at one point we even had a Magip store. I don't know if we still have the store, but we have a Magip store with options to buy shirts and cups and stuff like that. So
I think we do. I think all of us have kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, we may have to take a look and figure out what our inventory is first. But like you said, Jason, we got a few months here to figure that out too. So, no, those are all great points. But I like the motion that we do this, at least start it off, you know, try to, you know, this year, if we don't find that it's doing well, we can change our mind later, but I think this is a great opportunity. So I like the motion to approve this and move forward with this. Anybody else got any thoughts, or anybody want to second that? Jeff seconded it. Okay, Jeff Hedstrom. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? All right,
So-
excellent.
So
go
Mike,
ahead.
you made the, Mike, you made the motion?
I did make the motion,
Okay.
to approve this, and, Jeff Hedstrom, seconded it.
Got it.
All right, that's good. So yeah, we should definitely take a look at it. Swag. All right, next item, communication associate. Anybody have any early thoughts on it? I have noticed that I've been getting some emails, or I've been getting notifications on a couple of the sites that I'm on. So I've been seeing it happening. So I think it's good. I mean, it's more than I've seen in a long time for Magip. So
Yeah, I need to get LinkedIn back in on my new phone, but I'm sure it's getting more exposure on LinkedIn. I think there's like 3 or 4 likes on each post on Facebook.
actually, I've seen it on Facebook more than I've seen it on LinkedIn, but I don't get notification on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, anybody have any other early thoughts about it?
No, yeah, I think it's great too. It's good to see. Like, we have a GIS Day meetup here in Helena later today, and just got a reminder this morning that it was happening. So
Yep, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that too. Yep.
one thing I was thinking about, maybe it would be worth sending out an email to the membership saying to like follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and just so they're aware that we might be making more of a presence. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Dave. I think it's been a while since we've had a push with that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jeff was just saying, I don't know if you heard him, but yeah, Jeff was agreeing with you, Nate, for sure, that was a good idea. Maybe we should send something out. Mike, send an email out to the membership just saying that, hey, this is happening. Yeah, look out. Yeah, maybe join us on certain websites. I think we did that, didn't we?
No, we haven't sent an email specifically about asking to join.
Well, just just to check us out or something like that. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to do that. Yeah, go ahead. Just look up some quick.
Yeah,
Send it out to membership.
and I like the templates that Alicia is using as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Templates were been really good, yeah. And yeah, anything else? I mean, have you talked to her since our?
No.
Has she replaced the image with the correction? We probably should get that up on our website. I think we do need to update our website. If you go to that website, it still has all of them.
Yeah, so I caught that error last week,
Yeah, I saw that.
and that was that a social media post or?
Yeah, it was social.
Yeah. I think that was on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's replaced the image yet with 2023.
She sent me the revised image, and I'm assuming she'll use that in the future. But I think it was also email to the listserv, and she can't change that.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on. We get another table. We can put the laptop in the middle. Yeah, that would help. That's what I'm thinking.
And technically, the social media post that was posted today and last week about the meetup has an error as well. It's at 5 to 6 p.m. But it's not a big deal.
I guess if you show up at 5 o'clock, you'll get the drift that it lasts to 7.
Yeah.
Mike, did you say something about the communications associates doing something with the listserv? Like I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, she sent out an email last week about the conference. And I noticed that there was an error, so I sent her an email. Said the conference was going to be in 2003 or 2023. And she sent me the revised image, which I think we should share on our website.
Okay, cool.
So Mike, just a quick review on this as well. Is this so we're providing some of this information to Alicia, or she's taking it and she's proceeding with posting on Magip's behalf, correct?
Yeah, she didn't get any input from us about that particular post or any of the posts that she's shared so far.
Okay. Yeah, I would just I'd like to add that I've noticed a lot more postings and stuff to your social media and the times that I'm on it anyways, and really with I think on behalf of the board, I think if you guys all approve, I'd love to just make sure that she's aware that we really appreciate her efforts and she's doing a great job.
I agree.
Okay, sorry. We've taken over.
Yeah.
No, I got getting an external microphone.
Oh, perfect.
So that'll be what we need.
Yeah, so Jason, she's been taking most of those posts from the listserv. So if somebody posts like a job, so like the city of Helena one, I'm not sure who initially posted that, but then she essentially created those images from the content on the listserv. Pushed it out to social media.
Gotcha.
We're getting an external microphone, so it'll be a little easier to hear us here in a minute.
I saw that she posted that too. I was like, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
It is the
Oh, good. But yeah, I didn't see that it was taken down on the website.
So I missed some of the comments, but I feel like, I hope that I think it's been going well. For what it is, I mean, it's only been a month or less than a month, 3 weeks now, so. So I think as the conference comes along closer and closer, more people want to throw some more stuff out there, we can certainly, I think it's gonna be a good thing. I did write up a document for the communication strategic strategy. Did you get a chance to look at that, Mike? Did you reply back to me on that?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we were good with it, right? I wanted to put it somewhere on the website. I think it should go on the website. I think website somewhere. Think good. Yes, I'm not sure where. So I just didn't know. I mean, we probably put it in some kind of documents or something.
Yeah. Well, we can highlight it right front and center. Like what's new.
Oh, right, but we still got to put it on the website though. Usually.
Yeah. Do we want to make a final?
Oh, to pass it?
Yeah, well, not necessarily today, I don't think any of us have really seen it.
Right.
But maybe next month, send it out, maybe right after this, or no, maybe a couple weeks before the meeting, have us all review it, make our comments.
Yeah.
Approve it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we could put it under resources on our page and then highlight it with you.
Okay.
We can do that with, like a lot of people do that with our. That's how you get to the Magip shop. It's right off the resources page.
Oh, okay. Jeff just found our makeup shop on the website.
I don't know when the was at the bottom.
So yeah, so what I'll do is for the document that I wrote up, I had a few of us look at it already. It was just a strategy of how we wanted, or what we wanted to see, or what we were kind of expecting from her, something to help her out. Did we send it? I don't think I sent it to Alyssa. Did you send it to Alyssa? Or is it Alyssa? Not Alyssa, but Alicia.
No.
Not yet.
I haven't.
Yeah, we probably should send that to her. After we approve it, we will.
But we could send it to her.
I want to send it to her right away.
We could send it to her for comment.
Yeah, okay.
Before we approve.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea. Yeah, I'll get that to her, and then I'll send it out to the group too. And then everybody take a look at it, make some comments on it, and we'll approve it next meeting. And then we'll get it on the website. Under resources, like you're saying there.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. Any other comments about what the social media aspect of things? Associate thing? Mike, got anything else?
I created a folder on the Magip Drive
A folder on the,
called social media
let me see.
and started populating now with some documents and Alicia wanted a list of, I guess, agencies or individuals that we follow, Magip follows, or the users that follow Magip. And I tried getting on social media, extracting those lists.
Yep.
Had some success, not a whole lot, but
Anything to start with, you know,
I think it's a good starting point.
Yep.
And then I created a Word document called Social Media Ideas. And that's something that I guess anybody can add to, or
yep, anybody can add to this. You got any ideas whatsoever, you know, go ahead.
So I know, I think the next biggest thing we probably need to focus on is GISA. I don't know if you're talking to Alicia about this, you probably have no idea what that is or this, obviously.
Right.
So, I mean, I was planning on, requesting funding for so we'll at least have.
Yeah, we're gonna have one of those.
So we'll at least have 2 meetups with them. Well, and obviously our online with that.
okay. So that'll be done in addition to.
Because Megan was asking about that too. I mean, we can certainly talk about GIS Day now if you want.
Let's do it. It ties into social media so well. So.
Yeah, we were just just starting to talk about the GIS day and how we need to start promoting that as well. And, oh, good, here comes our microphone.
Sorry.
No, not at all.
What day is it?
60. So, just give us a second here. We're gonna install our microphone. It should be better for you guys. I think that's the only other USB.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are coming out. Good. What the Jericho is so straightforward. Yeah, I know they're always good around.
So on Zoom, again, you put that little drop down, when I plug this in, you're gonna select like a USB microphone. Will come up.
What is that? Okay, so that'd be another.
It's not plugged in,
microphone.
it's not plugged in.
Yeah,
It will be.
yeah.
We do, or every GS.
Yeah, so if you submit your. I mean, last year I submitted one early meetings. I just never got for social.
Yeah.
On our social.
All right, can you guys hear us better now?
So we kind of did something with our,
Hey, Aaron? Can you hear us better?
It's a little bit crowded sounding. I don't know.
All right, hear me now? Can you hear us all right? Echoing.
I think I hear a lot of voices at once. It seems like when two people talk. Well, obviously that's going to happen, but
This might also be picking up the overhead.
That's what I was.
So when you can turn down the overhead a little bit.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. I ended up turning music, so.
No worries.
Turn it down, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, Eric, one thing to put on our list for the conference.
Can you hear them?
Test audio before presentations start. Don't do this like halfway into the.
Don't hear them?
Don't know.
not well.
Yeah, I think it's because a lot of people were talking at once. But
It
maybe
seems-
if like one person talks, it might be fine.
Yeah.
So.
There's a group of people next door.
You can't hear them.
I'll let you something else.
Yeah. Just wherever the Zoom was.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. Just pull that right up. Just make sure we can. Yeah, it should be that one.
That's
Yeah, that's right, that's what we want, so.
How does it sound with just one?
Test.
I mean, I can hear you. All right. But
a little late.
Well, it's supposed to be. We're testing. Recording.
Oh.
The recording for this is gonna be absolutely.
Yeah, that is.
That is the best I can do with this microphone. So the other thing you could do is, if they're talking a lot, you can mute, you could toggle the mute.
Okay.
If they're gonna be going for like a couple minutes, that way they're not getting feedback, and then you could unmute for you guys to talk.
So we just need to talk one person at a time.
It should pick up but yeah, this is the best I got though.
No, that's fine.
But you can't hear them at all, because it's completely separated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, I tried, guys.
no worries. Did you want me to put you said I needed to catch something. What was it?
Catch yet, so. We were just, as we were talking about the communication associate, we started getting into GIS day, so we're gonna start talking about GIS day now. A little bit. Jeff has mentioned that Helen is gonna have something for GIS day. I know Billings is planning on doing something for GIS day. Was there anybody else doing anything? Aaron, were you gonna do anything for GIS day?
It's in the works, but I don't know. It's still in formation. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, I mean, if we have 3 of them, that's gonna be, I mean, how much did we sponsor for that? I
I think we did $200 last year, and I don't think we spent that, so.
No, that's the thing, I think I think I would prefer to spend over 150, so like you always request the full 250 amount. But you probably won't.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you go all out with food, so.
And Titus was pretty cheap, I think we were.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're good budget wise for a few GIS dates. So that just need, you just need to put a request in, right?
Yeah.
Website.
Yeah.
Yeah, request.
Well,
for-
especially, well, we won't have a board meeting from here and there, so we'll just have to do it obviously by email survey.
Right,
Well, if yeah, both of our questions come at the same time, probably just do it all on survey.
I'm afraid to approve this many GIS.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing to have. You know?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be on the 16th, when I talked to Jan about last year, we can have a GIS day.
Yeah, I guess it's just good to recognize them all on the actual day.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about that if we just approve it now. You know, within reason, I don't want people to just all of a sudden say, hey, you're at GIS day and requesting it all.
I don't think it'll take much to throw the survey. I mean, that's just, we just don't know which ones that were approved.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we'll do that. Then just put in a request for assistance and then we'll, you know, during, because GIS day and our next meeting. The GIS day happens in between our next, from here to our next meeting, so so we're gonna have to approve it online via survey. So just so everybody's aware of that.
15th, our next week versus 27th. I think it's 15th. So
So
it's the day before GIS day, you know, but you're also gonna want to, I know they want before that, so.
So what if people in Bozeman or Missoula want to have a GIS day? We just pre-approve up to like $1,000?
No, I don't think we should, I
no,
don't think we should.
yeah,
But we can just do it through online survey.
Oh.
yeah. Our next meeting is on the 15th, so you're right. So we have our meeting, and then the next day will be GIS day.
And how does the map day or GIS day web map contest work?
Yeah, Megan sent an email asking about that.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted her to do that again, or get in touch with Mike. I mentioned to her, I said, oh, we're gonna talk about that today, and then that you will get a hold of Megan. I'm not sure if it was just her or was it you two.
No, Steve mainly took it.
Okay, so it'd be like,
I would suppose Mike and Megan. I think Megan's got so much history that she could probably walk through the entire thing.
yeah, exactly. So I basically told her that we talked about it today, and we get back to her on that, so.
Yeah, I mean, probably the initial thing is the survey of, we setting up the survey once we have all the entries in. But I don't know, like, I think there's a deadline when the maps need to be in, and obviously there's a voting process. So, but in creating a, obviously creating the survey can't happen until closing the entries happen, and you set up the survey and vote on those entries. So,
Yeah,
I
so
think we've had 6 or 7 in the past. We did it.
Right, I think we gotta get the announcement out now. So people.
Correct, yeah.
So people have time to, make an entry.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so-
mean, I think this is a good timing.
Yeah, I agree. I think within the week here, I think we need to send something out via social media or, get a hold of Megan. And then we'll get something with Alicia. I got all those, it's Alicia.
You got your coworker.
Yeah. So with Alicia, to have her get some stuff on social media to highlight that. Saying, hey, we're having a web contest, we got some entries, let's, put something submitted, for GIS.
there's prizes associated with First and second place?
Yeah, through 3.
Okay.
I want to say it's 175 and 50.
So is that something we have to approve?
No, it's already in our budget.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
how we do it. So yeah, we just need to get the announcement out now.
Okay.
As soon as possible. Just, to say, hey, we're having a, GIS day coming up next month. We have a web contest. And I think Megan got all the details that.
Yeah.
So we'll get a hold of Megan and have her get a hold of you, Mike, with the details on that. Anybody online have anything to say?
Yeah. Create a web app throughout the year. They're all trash. Yeah, dashboards are any sort of web map. Dashboards are essentially.
Guys, have any thoughts on GIS day online?
Not just, I don't think it just stops at web maps, web application.
I mean.
These are all web map entries, you said?
Yeah, they're all gonna be web map stuff.
Well, web applications.
Web application.
Depends on how you define it. I think anything that's on the web that's interactive, that has a spatial component is probably all.
So dashboards, hubs, web,
Yeah.
web app builder,
Yeah.
experience builder, and that stuff.
Yeah,
Is that Jeff Sprock talking?
that is Jeff's part, yes.
Okay, sorry. Thanks.
Yeah, can you see, you can kind of see Jeff, right? There's Jeff Hedstrom, that's Jeff Sprock, there, and that's Mike Edom, and that's Eric.
We gotta get Mike on
Yeah.
the table.
I gotta
Yeah.
change my view.
I'm right here.
I think I need to change my view because I just see little people.
Yeah, they're not too big, but the camera's way off to the side here, so we got a kind of big room here.
Can you hear us better and is the echoing stop?
Yeah, is it better sounding now or no? No?
Yeah, kind of, or either that or my brain's adapting to the noise. I don't know what
There
it
you
is.
go. That works.
This is why a hybrid conference would never work for us.
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
components.
Yeah, so I just looked at the budget and what we gave out for prizes last year, and it was $100 for first, 50 for second, and then 25 for third.
Okay, so 150. I think Megan has. at least-
175 total.
Okay, that's good.
All right, thanks, Nate.
Well, I think Eric Spangenberg won it last year and he just donated it back to us.
That's right. Is that correct, Eric?
Yes, that is correct. We won our story map, and then I think also Haley either took second or third with her infrastructure one. So
Yeah.
Clean house.
Yes. All right, well, that sounds good. Like I said, we'll get a hold of Megan then, and then I'll have her contact you with some information and get that out on social media and everything. Get that going.
Sounds good.
That'll work. All right, good. Anything else on GIS day? You guys wanna mention? Oh, yeah. Anything else on the communications associate? Any thoughts or social media? I think it's going good right now. Yeah, I mean, granted, we're only 3 weeks in, so. But, all right, well, that sounds good. Let's move on to our next thing. Membership fees. Unfortunately, I had to cancel or postpone our task force meeting last Friday because I was not as prepared as I thought I was going to be, and it was just a better idea not to have the meeting and just wing it like it was going to happen. I have written up a document on what we talked about at the retreat. And I've had Jason and Jeff look at it, and I think Jeff didn't look at it yet, but Jason looked at it and made some good points on it. I made those adjustments to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to resubmit. I'm going to redo the meeting. I was hoping for this Friday, but it's too late now. So it'll probably be next week sometime. And then with that, I'll have the document of what Magip is proposing to the task force. And then so that our task force meeting, we will have something to talk about. And then whatever other ideas anybody else has. So that's kind of where we're at with that.
Hey, Mike,
Yeah,
can
go
you,
ahead.
can you tell me again who all is on the task force?
Well, let me see. You're gonna write down these names. Let's see. Me, Jeff Hedstrom, Jeff Sprock, Nate, Jason. That's everybody from Mega. Then I invited Lee. What's her name? Her last name? Lee Mackles from Missoula. She was in the first meeting. Aaron Fashway was in the first meeting. Dana Herbst, Teton County was there. And then I also invited Helen Harris from, I can't think of her. Pickett Associates. And she had Curtis DeWalt join us as well. But they couldn't attend the meeting, but I've been including them in the meetings. And then there was one of the first I just saw, Jenny Conley's in it too. That's pretty close to everybody I've been inviting. Did you get all that?
Yeah.
So yeah,
my
those are
question-
people, I thought, I tried to get people from Magip, and then I wanted people from, I invited everybody, that has an associate membership. I invited them, and then I wanted to get a few small counties involved too. That's why Dana was, we were glad to have Dana show up. Everybody I've talked to has been in favor of the price increase. I don't think we're having an issue. It was just trying to figure out the associate membership thing. So that's what we'll talk about here. So I guess my next question would be for that is, what's next? Say everything goes great. The task force says, oh, this is awesome, let's go with it. Do we approve it? And then we basically just gotta fix the website then, right? But what happens next if everything goes correctly and task force says, yeah, we're good to go, we love this idea, let's go with this. Then the next meeting, we basically would approve it. And then.
We also need to amend the budget as well.
And then we would have to amend the budget, that's right. So that would be a budget fix as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do that. One file swoop.
Right, okay. And Nate's already got that all adjusted already, just have to.
Mike, I think we also need to make sure that Michelle is on board and we collaborate with her as far as making those changes.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I've sent an email out to Michelle, but again, she's on the beach somewhere, so.
Yeah.
Enjoying life. So we'll see what happens when she gets back.
She's technically in Australia for business.
Yeah, I know it is business, yeah, technically, yeah.
So Mike, just really quick too, for everyone
Yeah,
that's
go ahead,
on.
Jason.
Yeah, for everyone that's on, just as a quick review, I think ultimately, Mike, you decided just to hold off on that task force meeting just because we wanted to get some information out to those members to review and ask any questions and stuff prior to making any decisions. So essentially, we weren't just hosting a meeting and then laying out essentially what our vision is for that associate membership and the updated fees and stuff like that. So I think it was more, we just decided to postpone it just because we wanted to provide that information first prior to all of a sudden just providing that over a Zoom meeting and then having a bunch of questions and things like that. So this just provides them an opportunity to review it and come back to really ultimately the board to make that decision.
Right. Right. Yeah, exactly.
But as far as moving forward, I don't know if, you know, I think Michelle probably has her own opinion as far as how we want to implement those fees moving forward. Everything's kind of on an annual renewal basis, and I don't know if we want to continue that or update it. But that's probably, you know, ultimately her, you know, she'll be able to provide that insight as well. So
When you join, but I mean, we could change that to say at the beginning of the year, we're gonna send out one bill to everybody.
That would be so hard to change though, you know.
I don't know, yeah, we definitely need to talk.
Yeah,
to
because you
Michelle
have
about
the
this.
prorate disposed at like, well, say you were doing February this year, and then you get the next bill in January.
Yeah, right.
right, or just beginning in 2023, all renewals or all new memberships will be at this amount, for example.
But you still have to prorate every membership on down the line.
Well, but I mean, that's just something that we could or maybe should consider, but maybe it doesn't have to be that difficult. Maybe we just, you know, I think we obviously have to give the membership a heads up that this is coming,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Maybe Michelle has some experience with this.
I think she does, and she was making it sound like it was gonna be pretty simple, but, you know, from the retreat, and the impression I was getting from her that it was not gonna be difficult.
Yeah, that part of it, but I don't know, we really have to talk about, you know, like establishing
Like a one
thing. I mean, that is one of the feedback that we get every year is people say like, oh, it would be so nice just to renew my dues when I offer the conference. So like that would be one thing is like, if we were to do this, we just time it so it's around the conference, and so people would sign up for the conference and renew the membership at the same time.
Well, that's an idea. Did you guys catch that?
Can you review that? Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Please.
mentioning that, you know, maybe an idea of renewing, since everybody seems to jump in and either renew their membership or join the membership when they're during conference time, that maybe we set up a date that we just, you know, somewhere close to the conference time is when we just renew everybody's membership. Something like that.
Yeah, so they'd be signing up for the conference and renewing their membership instead of say your membership lapses in November, you essentially have to pay Magip twice a year instead of just the one time.
Right. Yeah, that's a thought. I guess we haven't really talked about that aspect of it, the renewal thing.
Yeah, that would probably be a 2024 idea. I would imagine it's probably too late to change something for next year.
Yeah, that's what I mean, we can change the fees, but to actually change it to have one set date. Yeah, I think we'd have to go 2024 kind of thing. But changing the fees and stuff, I think we can still move forward with that. But you're right, I mean, we gotta get Michelle involved a little bit, and when she gets back, we'll have a couple talks with her and go from there. I mean, she's already set up a couple of planning sessions for the conference, so we should be fine with that. And I could talk to her at that point too, that I think she's gonna be involved in that, so. For the first one anyway. Eric, how much, not Spangler, sorry. Have you talked to Michelle a little bit about the conference and getting stuff together?
Yeah, Michelle and I have been in touch, and myself and Zach Collins have had an email chain going. We sort of broke it up that Zach is kind of reaching out to businesses and companies at the moment, and I'm reaching out to people to get the planning team together.
Okay.
We have a loose schedule, which I can pull up my email.
Yeah, no, that's fine right now, but.
We're gonna get one solid once she comes back from her trip.
Okay. Do you know when she's coming back?
I forget what day she's back, but her, Zach, and I have a meeting, I think it's not next week, it's the week after, with the three of us to sort of finalize everything, and have a, I think we were planning for a planning committee meeting first week of November.
Yeah, I'll be on it. I'll be on that one.
Mhm.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, did you guys catch all that or half of that? Somebody's messing up.
Yeah, yep.
All right, that sounds good. I don't know how much we need to review the budget a whole lot. I know Nate's been, I know Nate, you've had that, pretty well set up for $50, $25 for the student membership and everything. So, I mean, it's just basically inputting the numbers, right?
Yeah, correct.
So, yeah, I don't think we need to review a whole lot of the budget. Because we're already paying for, we already approved the communication associate as it is, so. All right, let's see, it's only 11 o'clock here. Anybody else got any comments about some ongoing business we got going on here? That we've talked about already?
One thing about the Marls conference, you guys, and it was in the beginning, but you guys are definitely planning on setting up a booth. Is that right? And I guess
The goal is basically between the two conferences, Marl bought us a booth for their conference, and then we will give them a booth or an area for our conference. So that
okay.
we're each representing ourselves in each other's conference. Did that make sense?
Yeah, and there's something else. And sorry for if you said this already, but
Oh,
we know the city that it's in.
no, we don't know. We don't know the
Okay.
full schedule yet of the Marls conference. It's in February, we're guessing, but we don't have the dates yet or anything like that. We'll have to get a hold of them and find out.
Yeah. And another note on the Marls thing, and it's a little bit different, but as far as that, getting our approval on that datum change, and I don't really know the ins and outs of that so much, but I kind of wrote lightly on the notes last time in regards to that, but is there any updates on that?
Well, Jason?
Or should
Yeah,
we
I mean,
wait
I
for
guess
that?
we forwarded, I don't have all that information up to share, but we did forward that over to Marls, the gentleman that we're working with that initiative, and his name is Jamie Reed, and then Dan Staley. And I believe I CC'd the board on that final email, but they were appreciative of our efforts. I guess do you want me to read quick what I wrote them on our behalf?
No, I think, I don't think we need to.
Well,
Go ahead.
next steps that we probably need to talk about, because this is gonna come up again here in several months, so kind of like what Aaron's alluding to, like what's next? We're gonna see this during legislation session in January. So it's gonna come up early next year. Whether or not, and then at that point, we could make our comments based on feedback from the members. We could just table the same thing or just leave it alone.
Well, I think we already did all that though, so
That's just to comment on the language of the bill.
Right.
But then actually making a statement official, like on, like public comment, comments, whether or not this, because that's obviously not even gonna be the final language of the bill. That's only after.
Well,
They could come back and change that whole thing completely based on comments from Pratt.
we'll see if that happens, then yeah, we need to get involved again. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, even if it's the same, I think we could even talk about.
You would, well, hold up in front of the
No, you can make it online.
So, Mike, sorry, it's hard to, it's still kind of hard to hear. Can you review just really briefly what Jeff mentioned? I can try to answer any questions.
Yeah, no, you're right, Jason. Jeff's mumbling here. Speak a little bit.
All right,
Apples.
okay. So Jason, obviously the next steps for this is it's gonna go forward for legislation in January, probably January, February. You know, I don't really have an opinion on it, and I mean, we're not really lobbying for bills, we're just making a comment based on our memberships feedback. You know, so that's next steps for us, and whether or not we want to actually participate in legislation with this, like during the public comment period. And most of that can be done online. It's not like, you know, the president or the vice president have to speak in front of the legislation, but it's just, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so Jeff, you're essentially just providing everyone a heads up that, you know, it's going to legislation. We have to figure out if at all we're going to, as Magip, provide any additional comments as an organization.
They decided to change it because what we agreed upon at the retreat is basically just a draft.
Mm-hmm.
Very potential change. I mean, they could change things during legislation. And then we would probably have to make a comment, or we could still make an official comment, you know, via online, you know, saying that we approve it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it appears that they're doing their due diligence and asking us to review the draft. I'm completely assuming that any changes, they would reach back out to us. It would be unfortunate if they didn't, but I'm completely assuming that they would take that draft forward. But yeah, absolutely. If there's any additional updates or changes, then I guess we should probably be aware of it somehow. But again, I think with our relationship with Dan specifically, I think I would imagine that they would reach out to us.
Because some of us were on the board a couple of years ago when Mike Snook reached out to us and wanted Magip's input on the bill that was, I think it was House Bill 49, raising the quarter fees or
Recording fees.
But we didn't really have our ducks in a row, and I mean, I think we could have took the same approach, you know, taking feedback from the memberships, because I mean, we do represent membership, obviously. And so any sort of feedback that we get from them, we can essentially relay that in a statement on a bill, on a paper bill, if we so choose to.
Right.
So something like that could happen in this case, or other things that arise. So.
Yeah, I think, I mean, technically this having really never done this before, this is probably could be considered a pilot statement, and I think the process went really well, and you know, I think we did our due diligence with you know, reaching out to membership. If anyone wanted to provide comments, they could in that format. We provided a good overview of the analytics, I guess, to the board, to our board, and then ultimately that final email to them. So I think if this does come up in the future, I think we're well, you know, organized, and we can utilize the same process in the future. And I think, but to Jeff's point, I think, you know, there's the possibility of many more of these to come. I think it's probably a board decision to determine which ones we want to respond to, I guess. Right. So we'll have to just keep our eyes open, and I know Montana State Library and you know, Aaron and staff will provide assist with providing us those updates and what bills are being brought forward.
Yeah. I don't think we want to throw something like that up. I mean, if there's, I remember last legislation, and I know we're getting into the politics of it, I don't want to, we don't really want to get into, but I know that with the last legislation stuff, and I remember there was 3 or 4 bills that were of interest to us.
Yeah, so there was the 911 funding, the House Bill 50, and then we have the recreation fees.
And do we want to throw something like that to our social media sites at all?
I think absolutely.
You know,
Yeah, I think that's what we did talk about at the retreat is, keeping the membership
informed.
informed of the progress of these bills, so.
Yeah.
I think one of us kind of take the lead. I mean, I certainly could, just with my relationship with Aaron and Jenny, but statuses of these bills as they progress, really.
Yeah.
In either the communications document or deletion directly or things.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna also add that I think it's probably important as well to collaborate with Alicia around the time that we're sending announcements related to these, just because we could add links to surveys or whatever we're planning to do, but just add, hey, general information about what's being proposed. Please provide comments here until this date, for example, so we're somewhat organized as we move forward with this stuff versus, hey, this is the draft legislation, please review. That's great, and we're providing that announcement to folks. But I think if we're somewhat organized, in having those responses and getting things into a more formalized document or survey will help us, moving forward, I guess.
No, absolutely. That's good. You know that?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's definitely, I think this legislation would be good to have. Yeah, if something comes up for us that we can get that out there to everybody.
Let's hope there's no surprises in the legislation, but.
Yeah, you never know.
We've known from cuts before where nothing surprises me from that group of business.
Sure.
Especially from changing political leaders too. You just never know.
Well, does anybody have any ideas of what's coming up? Yeah, does anybody heard anything or? Cause I'm not aware of anything that's coming up for us. That pertains to us anyway. But yeah, if you hear anything, just get it out there, let everybody know so we can get it out to the membership, so. Oh yeah, so then did that answer your question there, Aaron, about the data change and stuff?
Yeah, I need to read the draft a little bit more detail and as far as think and understand that more, but yeah, it did provide me a good overview. Thanks.
All right, sounds good. Well, it is 11:15. If we can throw something else out there before the noon time. I think we're gonna do the LiDAR SIG. We'll let Jeff Brock talk to us about this. We've got bullet points and everything, so we'll just give him the floor here.
Do you want to pull up this document so they have?
Yeah. Do you? Oh, you did. Okay.
You all hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'll wait for the bullet points to get going.
Oh. Okay. I guess Nate's not gonna make it, use Robert.
Old news there, Mike.
The old news, yeah, that's what I know. right. So these are the bullet points, and I will give Jeff Rock the floor.
Aaron, I'll get these to you too, so you can have them for the minutes. All right, well, Mike and I have been working on the LiDAR for Yellowstone County, and it's been a while since I've worked with LiDAR and derivative products. So just thinking about the efforts that Troy's doing with the state library and getting LiDAR coverage for the entire state with USGS 3DEF. I was thinking that maybe a way that we could add value to the Magip organization is to have another stick that would be focused on LiDAR. And so just kind of spitballing things. I had a conversation with Troy Blanford from the MSL because he leads up the LiDAR initiative for the state with USGS and 3DEF. And Rich also reached out to me and let me know that he's interested in providing some support on LiDAR as well, since he's got some significant background there. So anyway, what you got in the bullet points are kind of my ideas for the state. I thought maybe like the goals could be provide a space to become more informed about LiDAR and its derivatives, work with others to build an elevation, our elevation data skills, and provide added value to Magip. So the ideas that Troy and I discussed over email was this. I don't think we want to meet monthly or bi-monthly or anything like that. Like quarterly would be good enough for me. And maybe like a 1 to 2 hour session that could be recorded available to members. Troy and I talked about bringing in experts. He thought there'd be no problem to do that. So just bringing in experts in the LiDAR community to explain LiDAR and its derivative, how they can be derivatives, how they can be used. So people from USGS, people from the state library, Forest Service, Esri, BLM vendors. Troy thought there would be lots of people that would be willing to come in and talk to us about LiDAR. Identify tools and best practices for using and applying this data, develop content on understanding LiDAR accuracy, offer roundtable or brainstorming sessions on how to make LiDAR more available to non-experts as folks with limited resources, what hurdles do government, private, and others encounter. So those are kind of the ideas that I have for the SIG. I guess I'd throw it out to the rest of the group to see if they think that those are reasonable things to discuss in a SIG session. And then I've got some kind of feedback that I'd like from board members, some bullet points on that I can cover after that. So what are your all thoughts about having a SIG on LiDAR? Is it big enough topic to do something?
Well, I definitely think it's a big enough topic to do something. I mean, you would be the one in charge of it since you're starting.
Yep, I'm fine with that. You're going to introduce it, you better own it.
That's true.
I guess some of the things I think is worth thinking about is Troy's got the 3D elevation, what's it called, the Montana elevation work group. I don't want to compete with that. I don't want to,
I don't think it does though. I mean, I don't think it totally does.
You don't think it would?
I don't think it would, just because, they're more focused on the planning efforts of LiDAR.
Right.
And focusing on, like statewide plan for Montana.
And anything, they could probably, give a little talk about what the plan is to the SIG kind of thing, or.
The other thing is you all have done an excellent job of having LiDARs on workshops for Big Sky Geocon. I don't want to.
Well, an intro one.
Yeah.
I think we probably could step up another level of expertise, I should say, but.
So the hope would be to coordinate and kind of add value to what both the Montana elevation, what's it called, the Montana elevation working group. So it could be a collaborative, and then also a workshop. So the SIG would offer a space to kind of fill that gap between what's happening with the workshop and the working group.
Well, and, you know, kind of what's not, or kind of what's missing, and obviously the other has different goals in mind. It doesn't really allow for folks to collaborate with each other on these cases. You know, and obviously, the one thing that working group doesn't do is they don't bring in guest speakers. You know, almost kind of turned into a hybrid workshop sort of thing. So I think this working, so I think it complements the working group well, but I mean, just my opinion, those two don't. Sure, I don't know what he said about, you know, yeah, I don't think they do at all. The goals are just different.
Yeah, I think that we need to establish clear boundaries. This is what, he was a little worried about that. Yeah, and so as long as there's, you know, this is what the elevation working group does, and we're not duplicating that, these companies okay. So I think sitting down with them, you know, these are your kind of your mission statement or what your goals are trying to achieve, and making sure that they're complementary and they complement each other and are not competitive. So
You guys catching that online? For the most part.
A bit. You're talking about differentiating between the Montana Library special interest, or working group versus this one.
Yeah, we don't want to keep, we want to, you know, collaborate and have separate, have them off, you know, I'm doing one thing and we're doing something else kind of thing. My interest is in what, do we want to make this a members only thing? I mean, Jeff brought up, or Sprock, I'm sorry, Jeff Sprock brought up the whole, the idea that it could be a benefit. If you're a member, you know, you can join our SIG, kind of thing.
and you get access to the recording.
Yeah, you get the access to the recording.
So this is kind of Tommy's approach to this the last few weeks or the last few months. Is he initially pushed it out to the Magip listserv, inviting all.
Who?
Tommy.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, and then you probably have, I mean, if you're on the Magip listserv, but you're not on the local government SIG email listing, you probably like, oh, what happened to this group? We've now transitioned to our own little discussion with a Google group of the folks that are interested. And I have a cross-check who's Magip members, and that's the other thing. But all the content that's available is behind kind of the paywall of Magip, so the recordings and all that. I mean, I don't have a problem with, you know, having this open to non-members, but obviously the content benefit of having access to the recording notes, I think, could be behind the Magip.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I mean, because we already would be bringing in guest speakers that won't be members.
That's true.
So.
Well, we can tell them, hey, you gotta be a member to speak.
Yeah.
We can force them in. What do you guys think online?
Does that mean the members only just would be privy to only like the meeting minutes, or?
Yeah, or the recordings of the things would be just for the members, but maybe opening it up still for non-members, but yet they wouldn't have access to the recordings and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably 75% of folks that join Tommy's group are Magip members, but you know, we have never went in there and like, oh, you're not a Magip member, you can't join. You know, just because we were initially in the link to Zoom hasn't changed. So if you saw the initial push for it, like, oh, they're talking about planning today, I want to join on the discussion. There's really not a whole lot we can do. But I think, you know, just but I think you know, if it lives on the Magip site, I mean, I agree following our normal procedures of having behind the paywalls.
And then we would put up another something on our website saying, you know, we'll go over the SIG, and then we also have a LiDAR SIG.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that website.
Is that down again?
Okay, awesome.
What do you think, Mike, Eric?
I mean, I know the city of Bozeman is looking to acquire some new LiDAR, and I think we'll have a ton of interest in participating in this.
You guys have LiDAR now, or you just?
We do. It's I think it was flown in 2018, but I think we're trying to get on either an annual or biannual schedule for flying LiDAR for the city.
You guys use a lot.
Yeah.
There's so much development too.
Yeah, that and our water layers had some pretty funny hiccups recently that we've noticed, so we're gonna try to derive an entirely new water layer next year from a LiDAR flight. So we'll have a lot of interest in participating in this for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
Look like you're doing a lot of flat timing with your LiDAR too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good, well, that's good to hear. Mike?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, and I think we kind of follow the format of the local government, open it up to anyone, and then have the Google group afterwards. I think the more SIGs we have, and if we have participation, it's a greater value for the entire organization.
No, I agree, yeah, for sure.
If it doesn't, people aren't participating after a year, maybe scrap it, I don't know.
Well, that's kind of what happened before, it's just kind of went off to the side. I mean, I thought we had one before, didn't we? Way back when, didn't we have a LiDAR one already? Or, oh, we had some other SIGs.
There's a Python SIG on our website.
Yeah, Python SIG, yeah, it just kind of went off to the side.
Yeah, supposedly we had this special interest group petition, and I think we were gonna set up a new. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I had a feeling we had some of that stuff on our website already, but
Yeah,
this kind of was off to the side.
Focus and purpose of SIG.
No, I definitely think it's a good idea. Jason, do you have any comments on it?
I don't, guys. Sorry, I had to step out for a couple minutes, so I missed the majority of this conversation.
Well, just to fill you in real quick, Jason, that we were just, Jeff Brock was bringing up this whole, well, you can read it on the share screen there about, setting up a new, LiDAR SIG. As long as, and he's been in contact with Troy quite a bit. There was concern that they were gonna compete, but we definitely don't want to have it that way, and we're not thinking that it will compete with each other. As long as it's set up properly, we should not be competing with the elevation working group. And actually, they could probably collaborate with each other too, you know. So Jeff Sprock, we think is just gonna, I think you should move ahead.
I'll grab Rob, and if there's anybody else that wants to come along with me to organize this,
Yeah.
maybe we can put it out to, is it Alicia?
Yeah.
So
So I'll talk to Mike and he'll give it to Alicia and put it on the forums and stuff, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
get out there, see who, I don't want to be a one-man show, I would appreciate help, in getting things organized and set up, so.
Yeah, you probably want to use, well, this is what Tommy's using, so, we can get you set up with like a recurring meeting.
Right, and we'll just basically set up this SIG will probably be set up very similar to how Tommy and the local government SIG is set up. That way, you know, non-members can be, you're joined in, but all the recording and stuff will be membership only. Just a thing.
Do we need to formalize this? Do you really want an action item, on it at the next, meeting, and then I would maybe have first meeting, first of the year, like we could go in January or February.
I like that idea. Yeah, I think we should do that.
Do we want to use the form that's used on the Magip website? Does that need to be updated or?
That's, yes, probably.
They don't want to use this forum anymore. Well, you know that, and honestly, I think the Google group could serve as the purpose of this discussion forum. So if we were to set up our own LiDAR SIG Google group, you know, anyone that, you know, so it kind of acts as a listserv. I mean, just kind of in a broader sense. So we specialize it with just the lighter folks that are in this work group. We can add folks to this, and you don't have a reply all list of 50 or 100 people on there.
Yeah.
Just subscribe to this. Well, let me show you the
Sure.
unless you want to go to our website. So I don't have to join in on that.
Yeah.
And call and that could be. Yeah, you have to sign.
Another thing I'll do is reach out to Troy and let him know that there is interest from our group to do this. And let him know that we would really like him. He doesn't have to spend a lot of time organizing or anything like that, but if he can be a participating partner, it would be really beneficial.
I agree, yeah.
So if you go to the members tab, special interest groups. And then just click on the local government state. Yeah, so if you scroll down, I have information. Just keep scrolling. Yeah, so the local government SIG email discussion in this case, keep scrolling.
Oh, sorry.
There's instructions on how to subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and actually click on that link to access the posts.
This one right here. Second one here.
Yeah, so this essentially acts as the forum. So this is all the email communication that we've had so far. So yeah, so that's also another perk if you're able to sign in. You also have access. This is kind of a quasi discussion forum right here, easier format than our makeup. I mean, I don't think anybody uses our discussion forums. I don't know if we should promote them anymore.
Right. I didn't even know about this. Nice. Is it still you and Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, if we set something up like this for the
Yeah, because I've been
ladder thing, that'd be good.
Yeah, because I've been loading. Yeah, so if you scroll up to the meeting archives, I've been putting in the recordings. I mean, we're kind of slacking on agendas and meeting notes, but I mean, the recordings are all there.
Sure.
And that presentation PowerPoint, we could continue to do that too. That's Andrew Stickney's PowerPoint.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get one from Michael Fashaway and Bob Cochran for the two NG911 ones. Those ones were really two really good talks and you could do PowerPoints.
Yeah, they've got a meeting this Thursday about that for the one spatial.
Okay.
No, I'm attending that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's like isn't that like the soft release to the?
Yeah, how to import your addressing into the one spatial to get it checked out.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I think Jason and them are involved in that too.
So when you mind if I set up like a Teams meeting or something with you to
Yes.
see how you set all this up?
Yeah.
All right. We're working that, and I'll just wait for the action item at the next month's meeting.
Yeah, I figured so you get one, you get, yeah, so by next month, you'll have more information on how it's running and everything, you'll be a little bit more organized with it and stuff, and, yeah, we'll make a motion to approve it. Go from there, I think, for next meeting. You guys think that's a good idea? Yeah, just get nods, so I'm gonna say that's okay.
Do we want Alicia to create like a listserv image and kind of Zoom links and kind of the full promotion for it?
Do we wanna put that, I mean, she's not really doing the website. We have more.
She's done some listserv stuff.
Did you?
She did the announcement for the GeoCon listserv.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I got no problem with that. I mean, yeah, absolutely, I mean, we wanna get it out there, so, yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about it more next month because obviously it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, well, by next month, we should have more of an idea of what we want and stuff, but yeah, I certainly think that's something that, you know, we could ever do and stuff, we could announce. Yeah, for sure, So that's all, that's good.
I'll also get in touch with Troy and just let him know that we're pursuing this as an action item. And then we want to make sure that our boundaries are clear with theirs, and not that we're not duplicating efforts and complementing each other. So
Yeah, right, exactly. We don't want to do that. Yeah. Sounds good. Anybody else got any comments about this?
Mike, what did you say about, what did you want to do? What sort of information did you want to put on the listserv?
Oh, yeah, well, Mike, yeah, go ahead, Mike.
yeah, we'll just have Alicia set up, I guess, some templates for the SIG, like a graphic design template, and she'll share it via social media and listserv, and we'll go from there. I
Yeah,
think it'll
we'll
be
do that
addressed.
next month also.
Yeah, it'll be addressed in the future.
Great, thanks.
Good. Okay. Let's see here. No, we're not gonna have much to talk about today. I actually felt like this meeting was gonna be a little, stretching it out here. Actually, we can probably stop right now. We can go have lunch. We won't have to rush for lunch.
You know, for the site review, do you want to pull up the documents that Michelle sent us? I can certainly share my screen too. That's from 7.
Yep. Eric, was anybody coming to the site review?
I had provided Zach and Jenny to come at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I could send them a message if things can be a little earlier than that. Tell them to swing back around like 1:30 or.
Yeah, it might be like that. Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. But we'll talk about that Saturday.
Yeah, we'll talk about this afternoon, just about the conference site a little bit and, all the stuff that we're looking at here.
Okay. Yeah, should I tell them to swing by a little earlier?
How much time do you need to give them heads up?
I mean, I could send them a message now and see what they say.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it at the moment.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll still plan on 2 o'clock,
Okay.
but it's very likely that we may be a little early.
Okay. At the very worst case, I can just hang around. And we can all chat about it, and I can wait for them until 2, and then I can go over it with them.
Okay.
And both Zach and Jenny were here in Bozeman at the last conference, so they have some idea, but I think we just might want to talk about changes.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking online, you can see what's I mean, you can see the setup here. Page that I have. So you guys can see that, but we're right here, right now. This is a huge room, as you can see. And there's something going on in these 3 rooms. They're already opened up all in one. And I just kind of poked my head in there a little bit, but it's huge. I mean, there's a lot of room. Plus you got these workshop areas here. This would be a workshop area, it looks like. I didn't know if we were gonna throw the reception out past beyond the pool. Isn't that outside? They go outside. I didn't know that, but anyway, we can talk about this when we get back, but I think we're gonna break for lunch now.
Say, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, just a heads up. I don't know if you were CC'd in the email, but Michelle did send a pretty elaborate email in regards to you know, the GranTree and the setup and what she might be recommending. So that I think that'll be helpful maybe this afternoon if we want to talk a little bit about it. But
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, I think that's, are you referring to this one here? I believe it's this one.
So and Mike, I can't see, I don't think we can see your shared screen. We just see the agenda.
Oh, you can't see this, oh.
You must have just done a browse window. You're gonna have to stop sharing.
Stop share and do it again.
Oh, so you didn't see the same points either.
Oh, you guys didn't see the sig points either?
No.
Do screen, top left.
Okay,
So
this one here?
That's what anything that's on your screen.
All right.
You must have just done an application.
All right, so here's that email, I think.
Yeah. Yep, perfect, cool.
There's that. Okay, thank you for.
Why they're a little quieter.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on there. All right, so during lunch here, why don't you, I'm gonna bring up this thing. This is what Jeff had wrote up, Jeff's Rock for the local SIG. You guys can, it was his bullet points and stuff. He kind of went over it a little bit. And he's gonna email this to everybody. I think it'd be a good idea to email this just to the members.
I just sent it to Aaron, and Aaron talked about putting it on the site already.
Oh.
If you want to do that, Aaron, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think he's talking to somebody else here, but I'll leave this up here. We're gonna go to lunch now. And then we can talk about the conference now that I got my screens figured out and everything, so. You know, there was a time when I just looked at a camera and just pulled up some papers. But, all right, guys, so let's just make it 1 o'clock and come back.
Yeah, sounds good. Have a good lunch over there.
All right, guys.
Sound good?
You're missing out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't wanna have another hour.
Just, you can just hit pause. Then we just gotta remember.
Where's the pause?
Yeah, there's
Oh, that's not sure.
we'll stop sharing, and then we can pause somewhere, pause the recording. Yeah, up there at the top left.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Voice, your telephone at your office.
Oh, I don't know that.
What is it for?
You can either get flip phones or forward it to our cell phone or.
Are you talking about?
You're talking about.
Yeah, I am, cyber.
It's duo.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, so anytime I work phone, I can essentially.
Yes, that's what we've been doing too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would like to get.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't need to.
I'm gonna make sure and get that Jacuzzi King suite on the room guide.
What's
I
that?
actually have my desktop app.
Said I'm gonna make sure I get that Jacuzzi King suite on the room guide.
There you go.
Is that labeled on there, Jacuzzi King?
Well, yeah,
This is the old state.
I don't know if they're gonna have the government rate on that one there.
This is one that's.
I wish we
These
saw.
are
all you guys online go to the processing.
Yeah, is everybody going to the
That's all
meetup
that-
tonight?
Yeah.
Or is anybody going to the meetup tonight? That's online?
This is the flood thing. Right?
Yeah, I'll be there
Yeah, I'll be
part
there.
of the time.
Excellent.
Slow.
I'm gonna try to head out. Hopefully, if it wraps up soon.
Oh, you're gonna be down in Helena?
He's thinking about it.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to, because I didn't make it down to Bozeman, obviously, but yeah, I wanna meet up with some folks. That'd be cool.
Excellent.
I think we're gonna try to go there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna,
It's gonna be a lot of you guys.
on our way back to Billings, we're gonna head over to Helena.
Yeah, you'll do.
Yeah, I figured it'd be good. I don't know how long we'll make that.
We.
Yes, we are recording. So, yes, so let's get back to it here.
Let's get salaries over there. I knew that.
Yes, well, we'll just run through that quick, just,
Yeah, I guess, because I was planning on doing it over Columbus Day. Just got an extra day off.
yeah,
I will get it out. I mean,
We
it's
definitely-
almost the point like Rob said, it's outdated.
well, I know, but I still wanna get it out,
I
I
know.
didn't put all that work in there.
I know.
I'd like to get it
I
out.
don't want to put it on anyone. I think it's, my fault, it's Steve's fault, it's River's fault, and I wouldn't say it's Aaron's fault at all. It's just, it's a collective fault that we did this out. So it was our first,
But it sounds like it's.
it was our first comprehensive
Yeah,
report.
right,
I had to just release the survey monkeys. Oh, this one is so much more involved.
right. I mean, it sounds like it's almost done, but it's just,
It is.
I think you should just wrap it up and just get it out, just send it out.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else needs to know how.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Like I said, I plan on doing more Columbus Day.
Yeah.
Kids bringing stuff home from daycare.
Oh, sure.
He gets sick for a day and a half, I get sick for a week.
Yeah, that's a little bit in there for sure. Those of us that have kids. Yeah, also with the work plan achievements, I haven't gotten into that, but all the notes that we written down on that, work plan and the achievements from the retreat. And that is something that I need to get on and get that finished so that by next month we can approve that as well and get that approved. And
Yeah, I mean, I think November's a good time.
yeah, that's what we did
I
last
just
year.
got a draft. Too.
Yeah, I'll get something done and I'll send it out
Yeah.
by the next time. So I definitely need to get that done too, so that's on me to get that done.
Yeah, well, one thing I do have in there is the local government SIG goals. But if we do create the LiDAR one, our work plan is correct. We could put the LiDAR SIG goals too. So, but you've already kind of created goals.
Yeah, exactly. You
Now-
certainly can add that to
Yeah.
put that on the bottom.
Well, we talked about this at the retreat on the night section, but we probably need to like categorize it out. Communications.
Did we do that?
Huh?
I thought we had that in the work plan.
I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's.
Well, we'll look into it.
But you could create a whole new section for it.
Under. I thought we set that up already.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I mean, I think it's pretty, I think it's important to highlight our communication goals with that position.
Yeah, I
That's kind of working on it.
yeah, Eric, Spenglenberg, if you could take a look at this and just, at some point, just kind of give us a review on your Emily Act responsibilities and stuff. That would be good. Doesn't have to be right now, but yeah, I'm sure it's the same stuff, but. And there's Jeff's. There's Nate. Jeff's. So there's yours. Communication. Where are they at there? Oh, no, that's the conference.
So setting one up for Alicia.
Maybe a subset under you.
Subset of you.
Just for like what, and basically we probably put the communication strategy document under there,
Yeah, link to it.
link to it, kind of thing.
Yeah, some goals that we have,
Uh-huh.
that we want out of that position. Or that contract, I should say.
Right. Okay, we do that.
Yeah, I'll put on my list of give the comment.
Oh, you're right, okay.
Is it what about the achievements, we'll pretty much go with that then.
I think so, but again, this was just a working thing that, obviously I just need to, we needed to clean up a few things here, like dates and stuff. And some numbers and stuff, and go from there. But, yeah, I'll clean that up, send it out to everybody. And then fill out Rob's scholarships we had for that previous year. So,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that's something that I'll be doing, and then I'll get that out to the group so that we can approve it by next meeting. That'll be the plan anyway. We already talked about the LiDAR thing, work plan and achievements, that's on me, salary survey, we just need to get it out.
We want to kind of go with space then.
Yeah, we kind of need to just start going over the conference here a little bit. Kind of did this already while we were at lunch. Yeah. So I'm not sure what you want to talk about exactly, but. So in regards to the conference, well, let's just bring up the map first.
Where are we? Oh, so it's that.
Well, okay,
Say, Mike.
yeah, go ahead, Jason.
Hey, thanks. I did have a quick question regarding the conference. Do we have an idea as to what our plans are for that Tuesday afternoon? Are we thinking about, and this is obviously a discussion for the planning committee and Eric and Michelle and stuff, but just, we sent that survey post conference last year, just wondering from a workshop planning perspective, what we're kind of leaning towards, if we're leaning towards a similar schedule as last year, or if we don't know yet, that's totally fine, but I just wanted to inquire with the group.
No, absolutely, go ahead.
Eric, did you happen to join in on that members meeting on Tuesday? I'm not sure when you joined. I'm curious from a non-board member perspective.
So which one on
The
Tuesday?
Tuesday afternoon.
Well, he was there, well,
The members meeting.
right.
No, I don't think, I was not there for that, because I was, I think I was traveling.
No, I didn't go to, I showed up on Thursday. What's your thoughts here, Jason? Do you want to offer more workshops, or do you want, I guess, be curious, because I wasn't in the initial workshop meeting.
Yeah, well, also we were thinking, and we were talking about this over lunch too, but I was kind of comparing our past conference with the ERISA conference and how this past 2 weeks ago they had it in Boise. It was similar, but they had their sessions were a little longer, so they didn't have as many, but it was nice. And as Jeff put it, extra, more quality versus quantity kind of thing. And the workshops were good. I mean, they had a lot of room, so it wasn't a room thing. And I think we have some good, the room sizes here are, I think, excellent. They're not small.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot more spacious than Missoula.
Yes.
So I guess the room that we're in now.
Yeah, we are right. Go, wait a minute. Can you guys, just for a second, can you people online see the map?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We're in that bottom left, right?
Yeah, we are we're right here.
Yeah. I guess I didn't realize that this would be sessions, workshop. That's gonna be a while.
Well, I mean, this one is, yeah, I mean, what they have right now, what's going on next door, right here, there's another session going on, they've opened this whole thing up right here. And it's a huge ballroom area, and they can attach this room that we're in also to make this room even bigger. So we were thinking more, this is the ballroom, we were thinking over here would be the area for the vendors. And then we were thinking of putting posters and stuff here as it says here.
Let's back up though.
Yeah, we are
I'm
jumping ahead here.
I'm curious, Jason, with your perspective of, think we should go back to offering more workshops? Or, do kind of like what we did last year with,
Yeah, Jeff, I don't think I have a preference. I don't think we'll have any issues with filling workshops or even, I mean, I think we had multiple people reach out to us like Census. We weren't even planning to ask Census for different reasons. And they reached out and said, hey, we'd love to come and attend and host. And so we found room for them. But I think like you guys mentioned, it looks like, I mean, we have plenty of rooms. I know Michelle mentioned in her email that we can always open up additional rooms as well, with similar to the room that you're in. It sounds like we have, multiple rooms down there in that bottom left area that we can open up if we need them. But, I think having four rooms right now is totally fine.
Well, according to what she's got written down, she's got 3 rooms separated out for work, actually 4. So, oops, sorry.
Yep.
The 4 room, I don't know.
I think the 4 rooms is fine. I think having the same format as last year would be just fine as well. Yeah, I don't think that should be a, workshop space should be a limitation on plans, because I think we're pretty much set. So I think it's more, we should probably go back and look at those post-conference surveys and just confirm, what the majority of folks, if they appreciated that, or if, we had a decent turnout, it seemed like, for the member meeting, and then the semi, had, Esri presenting for the semi keynote that day. But yeah, I mean,
I thought our members meeting, I thought that went well, for the most part.
Bashing our just pro session.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what we're there for.
And this, I think, this is for really probably for the planning committee to determine, and especially once we have Michelle's feedback as well, we might have better answers. But I mean, I think it worked well last year as a change. It doesn't, from a workshop perspective, it's not going to matter. I was just kind of interested to see what folks.
Well, I think it does matter, Jason. I think it matters on both ends of it. I mean, one thing I think I saw compared to previous years is we were not able to offer as many workshops. So you're kind of cramming what used to be 2 full days into a day and a half. And most of us don't think that's a big deal, but that cuts out 3 workshops easily. Or cuts out the possibility of having, 2 full day ones. So if you have, any full day conference, full day workshops, they have to go on Monday because you don't have enough time on Tuesday. So I think it does matter.
Does 4 rooms, is that enough? Is that what we had last year? Is just 4 rooms?
We had 5.
We had 5 last year?
That's because of census now.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we had 5.
I know we were talking about too, trying to, if we can't get 5, I think we can get 5 because the Lewis and Clark here, we can probably open those up for a workshop. Just for the workshop.
Are those spaces modular? Can you section them out, like put in walls?
Yeah, this is all actually one room.
Oh.
And it's already sectioned off for us here. These guys have all 3 of these rooms opened up to one.
I think, and I think what Michelle is referencing there is if we did the member meeting and stuff similar to last year, she's indicating that we have a dedicated workshop area there, but if we need to, you know, we'll definitely have space if we need it for an additional room. But I think her reasoning for adding that was just assuming that we needed, you know, we needed to be out by a certain time so that they can set up for the afternoon. But yeah.
I think we can agree that I don't think we're gonna need another hotel for a room for a workshop. I think we can get, we should be able to get everything done here. Although I don't know that for a
The
fact.
session's not a different story though. I hope not.
So it looks like 6 sessions per hour.
Where do you see that?
Well, the 2 workshop rooms, Aspen, Tamarack, and then the 4 on the bottom left.
Well, these will be,
No, the middle one would just be lunches.
well, I would assume that they're gonna open this up for our Tuesday. I mean, this is gonna be opened up for our ballroom, for our lunch and our.
I just don't know, I don't know the answer to this question, you guys. I think for lunches, you probably would need highlight Clark and.
Yeah, just what it's like over there now.
But if you were to do a concurrent session in there, do they have enough time to turn it over for lunch? Would they need an hour to turn it over so they just wouldn't have a session the last hour for lunch?
Well, and part of this, guys, I think is the reason why we're posting it on site, is to ask those questions maybe this afternoon.
Yes, yeah, we're kind of just doing a review right now.
Yeah, exactly. These are just bring up this this talk and this communication so that we can ask questions when we do our little walk around, for sure.
That's one thing that we need to ask them is, you know, if we're going to use this as space for, how much time do you need to turn over for our lunch?
You writing that down here?
I got it.
Okay.
Because I think this space is a little bit different than Missoula. Missoula, we were able to like just set our banquet. That's the only thing that goes in there.
Right.
I don't know if we have that here. If we do, we only have
2
rooms or
3. I would say we have 3, but you're right.
The 2, we have this one, the Madison,
Right.
Aspen, and Tamarack.
Right.
And then you're talking probably having, either just having a very limited content.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Or having a 4th one somewhere else. Do you guys remember if it was the Days Inn or if it was the old Holiday Inn?
I thought it was mentioned in the past that it was not Holiday Inn, but that's no longer here.
Well, it's something else now.
Yeah.
Drove by, it was like it's 3 Rivers, but like.
I don't know what it is, but
It kind of looks like a.
yeah, we definitely need to ask about a turnaround. So if they don't have an issue, you know, so we don't have to make that the ballroom and only the ballroom. But if they can switch things out and stuff, I mean, if they can keep the round tables for a session, that's not a big deal. Then you open up the walls and just move the tables a little bit. You know, kind of thing. But
That's probably what they're gonna have to do.
that's not.
Is keep the rounds in there.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But then that way we can use those rooms for sessions and stuff then too, you know, so. But if we can't do that, then yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah, well, then I don't know what you do for a stage either. Again, what's the stage on one end or the other, not direct middle.
Yeah, and I'd have to reread Michelle's email that she sent out, but I mean, she's held conferences there before, so she might be able to add some additional, you know, input, but I know she's gone, so it's.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, this definitely needs some of Michelle's feedback on this for sure.
Looks like that 3rd paragraph down might be
This one here.
addressing it.
Oh, yeah, Aspen, Tamarack.
And I think the main big room that she's talking about, I think, is the room that you guys are in expanded.
We're the Madison, so yeah, that's what she's talking about there would be the Madison. which is our room.
The combined, yeah.
This room combined with these two here. So it'll be this, these three would be the big room. Well, she's got four. She says the four for the passes. So maybe they're willing to break down.
Fourth session. Make it work. It's not scheduled. Yeah, and that's what I was just thinking. We would not schedule anything that really has much.
And if you keep the round tables, all you have to do is move the wall.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we were just referencing. So you're limited
So
a little bit towards for presentation.
maybe like a 10-minute breakdown, but
They would still have to prep.
yeah.
I would think we would be able to schedule. Maybe not too much.
And that would be fine.
What if the buffet tables were out in the open atrium?
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we did in Missoula?
They were inside the ballroom.
What, here?
In Missoula,
No, they're out here.
the
They see
buffet.
posters, man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's certain, so
So you
you
can have your plate and go in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
That seemed to work. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of separate the space.
Right. Yeah, I feel like the Missoula one, that the boardroom was kind of underutilized. I mean, it was utilized for the events that we added there, for the one big meeting and the dinner. But other than that, you know, people were just sitting in there just for the hell of it, just waste of space kind of thing, we could have broke that down. You know, could have done something there, but.
Had a big part. Well, I don't think the Holiday Inn is gonna let us do that.
No, you're right.
Because it's staffing.
Yes.
But we still could have like moved some of our favorite presentations, had we known it was,
Right.
you know.
Right. That's right. I think these guys are gonna be a little bit more accommodating than the Holiday Inn was.
We can ask.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely gonna come up in our little walkthrough for sure. Anybody else have any questions about the meeting areas here and stuff, or?
Do these rooms have occupancy limits? Like, is this a 75-person room?
I would too, but that's another question we should ask. Sure, occupancy for each room.
So we're gonna have 5 current sessions, is that what I'm seeing right now?
4.
Okay.
Right here, but the actually idea was 3.
Okay.
And then a possibility.
I think,
I think,
but the fourth is limited to not having a session the last hour before lunch. Or before your lunch.
and do we want to come up with groups like we did last time too? Like, you know, like the census group and
Oh, you're talking about like round tables on Thursday?
no,
Tracks.
tracks. I definitely think we should do the round tables though, since you brought it up. I thought that was a great idea. I thought that worked out pretty well, even though it felt a little disorganized. We could probably organize that a little bit better, but I think the round tables were really good.
They were. Tracks, I think we could just let the committee work on that and see if there's like an actual way to kind of bundle those together. I like the tracks.
No, it might be a good idea for the round table, maybe have one round table a day. Near the end of the day or something. That way people can go to multiple round tables.
Yeah, it's like 6 at the Desert UC, where.
Yeah. You know, cause I went to the addressing one and stuff, and nothing against yours, or Jason, I loved your round table, but I would have loved to go on the local government too, you know. Or like to have gone to the other ones.
And I'll bring that up in the workshop meeting, but that was noted that you know, I think we could organize them a little better to where they don't overlap, and I like the idea of potentially having multiple throughout the conference instead of one dedicated time. Maybe we break it up and have roundtables, you know, both days, Wednesday, Thursday, you know, as an option as well.
Right.
Yeah, I tried to drop in halfway through one last year, and the conversation had just gotten way ahead. It kind of felt like it was almost interrupting to walk in halfway.
Oh, right. You know, by then everybody's just having a natural conversation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, if it was worth a try last year, I think we got some good feedback, and then, you know, this year we can, you know, the whole local government addressing, you know, next gen 911, we definitely want to keep those separate, but, you know, offer them at, yeah, there's just a lot of options that we have, you know, in elections. I think elections, Eric, I think attended that was just kind of just created on the fly, had some good conversations. So we'll just continue to plan for that.
Well, you'll do it from the recording.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see how
We'll see
long.
how the recording goes. Aaron had to drop off for a little bit, guys, just so you know.
How about throwing this out there? At the UC, what we did for the SIGs is they had a vendor sponsor the SIG. So you could have a sponsor for a roundtable, like, so like for public works SIG, City Works pay for the breakfast for everybody. We're trying to do it. So
We can look into that and see if our vendors are up for that.
I love the idea though.
Well, our vendors might be up for that. Want to throw in some-
Yeah, if they do an end of the day one, all they have to do is get a bag of trail mix or potato chips or something. They don't have to, you know, post in a whole breakfast or one.
But Bozeman though, I mean, this is the thing, we still have our highest attendance came from the Bozeman conference 12 years ago. And we haven't touched that number since, it was over 300. I'm not expecting 300 in 2023, but like, that is something that Bozeman could blow this conference up and be phenomenal for that.
Mm-hmm.
We got an audit shoot bid.
Sometimes the budget is small.
Well said.
Aim for a smaller
Well
margin.
said, yes. That's true. And that's why we budgeted
See,
for,
300 people here is blast.
we budgeted for 2, I thought, Nate, what did we say? We were budgeting for 200, right?
Yeah, 200 people.
I think it was south of that.
Yeah,
I think we were happy with, I think we were more than happy with the overall attendance.
Oh, yeah, what was Missoula name?
140, around 145.
Yeah, so I mean,
And that's why we got that.
right.
Expecting that.
No, we were only expecting 100.
Yeah, I think we were cutting our losses just in case.
Right.
Or hedging our bet, I should say.
I think 200 is a good number to shoot for. Especially being close to itself. Okay, anything else on the conferences at all? Conferencing, and like I said, Jason, we're gonna come up with, I mean, all these are great conversations, and these are gonna be questions that we're gonna ask during our walk around. And then we can bring that up again, and we'll have, we're gonna have the planning meeting for the conference beginning of November, you said?
Yeah, it's
November 3rd, I think, or something.
No, I think I have November 1st right now with
It's one of those days.
Michelle and Zach, and I'm not sure.
Oh, you have to do it a little bit.
Yeah, I think we'll have another one shortly after,
Yeah, okay.
which hopefully we can get scheduled here soon.
Well, I know.
No, I think she's scheduled.
She's
one
scheduled
tonight.
one.
Yeah, she's scheduled one
Let's say the
tonight.
9th, let's say the 9th.
The 9th.
3 to 4.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
she initially sent out a recurring one for the second Tuesday, but I told her that the 8th is election.
Right. Okay, so we're having it on the 9th, first plan meeting.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have some answers and some more input from Michelle, which we kind of really need to have. Since she's been here before and has conferences here before, so.
Mhm.
I think that's gonna, yeah. All right, that's good.
Do you guys need extra help planning or?
Always take extra help.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna join into the conference committee.
Yeah, I just email Michelle, or if he wants to tell Michelle, she'll just add you to the list. And
Yep.
she'll be looking at appointments.
Yep.
Yeah, we can say no, because we got two
Yeah,
more.
everybody have a meeting.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say, I can just throw your name, because I already have to I was trying to edit the spreadsheet of the, planning committee. But we have Lynn, Rich from the city, she's interested in joining, and then Lauren Wilcox from MSU. So we got two more people. So I have to add that to Michelle, so I'll just name up there too.
Okay, yeah, I don't mind helping out in whatever capacity I can.
You do have a lot on your plate, though. I don't wanna put too much on your plate. I mean, dealing with the whole social media thing.
Well,
So.
Might help out with the social media if I'm kind of in the loop.
That's
That's a good time.
That's absolutely right. That's good, yeah.
And I think since if you'll be involved in all of the meetings, you can kind of, position yourself to do that sort of work and, not have someone assign you to the posters, for example.
What's going on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though you can just go out and Brian just down the hall.
Yeah.
Since Brian
Has an app judge.
Yeah, cool.
We could get Alicia to design posters. I don't know if we're doing like a digital poster to share or making posters to put up anywhere.
Well, we are gonna, I would think that we should have that crawl, that video crawl.
Oh, yeah,
That way we can put the associate members.
Oh, yeah, the auto runner,
Yeah.
presentation auto runner that we have. I don't know where we have it here.
I don't know either, but.
Well, we didn't really have it on much to look at.
I know.
Screen out there.
I agree, but I think we should have something. Try to set up something.
There's a software called Canva that I think it's free that I'd asked Michelle about it during the retreat. It sounds like she was aware of it. So, but it's a great resource for social media postings or creating posters. It's a pretty fantastic software for being free. So.
Who traditionally does the poster for like the.
Oh, in terms of like our advertising?
Yeah.
Well, Phoebe was doing some of our graphics last year. She was probably so whoever has the skills, we would not try, if you have the skills to
If
create.
you wanna go
graphics,
ahead, or if you wanna
let's
have
go.
we would certainly talk to her about it. Alicia, yeah, I mean, she certainly has skills.
Yeah. That's what I mean, she's already sharpened up our social media posts probably 100 times full already, so.
Sure, yeah.
Of course, what I was posting on there was kind of like.
Do we have like a
Do we have what?
like a theme yet, or?
No, that will be the planning committees will be, that's what we're
I think
talking
what
about at that time.
I was hoping to do is I could reach out to everyone on the board as well, but have a list put together by the first meeting and then just have that kind of sorted out early. Get a few ideas, because I've thought of a few, but it'd be nice to get some other input.
I think last year we just sent an email out to the board. And then people just submitted their ideas.
We don't have
We kind of voted on.
Yeah.
We don't have
the
theme.
Yeah, I think that's what we did. Oh, thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna open that up, but so it can't.
Yeah, well, I know we haven't done this in the past, and I'm not suggesting that we do it. We actually got a great theme, when we were at the Great Falls Conference, I can't remember what it was, something revolving around this Clark. But we got both the image and the theme kind of, or no, I think we set the theme first, and then we opened it up, for a graphic. And I think it was Kelsey that works at, Foresters, she was the one that designed a great graphic.
I saw that. I was looking back through past.
Yeah, so that one came from our, so we have a lot of time on that.
Yeah. Yeah, something,
And I think we actually gave out a price there too. I think we gave her like free admission, I think, for the conference. So what's the wait?
Okay.
For what the prize would do.
Yeah,
Something
we-
to talk about.
because it could be, if we get to the first planning meeting and have a theme decided right away, then we could jump on something like that, like maybe in the next month. Let's see if someone wants to do a logo or.
well, I would throw, I wouldn't mind, I mean, you should just go ahead and throw an email out to the membership and just say, hey, look, we're looking for ideas for the theme and.
Yeah, I think it'd be more along the lines for a theme. We've kind of taken the stance
Oh,
where
I see,
we're
yeah.
logo lists.
Mhm.
You know, I think we kind of have our own basic geocon logo that we kind of just been standardizing. Because then it's easy if we buy too much swag one year, we can just reuse it next year.
Right.
And that's some of our stuff like now, it's just.
Yeah, local wise, yeah, that's what we were told last year. 'Cause
Yeah.
We were.
I mean, we got like bags that are still sitting around from, I think, Billings conference, you know, Billings, I mean, we got some great falls. We have like these swag items that are meaningless, you know, like a silly plant with a mega logo, or even if that was like any sort of thing with like geocon logo, that's good for whatever.
Yeah,
We want to
right.
get rid of it.
But yeah, for theme wise, yeah, let's go ahead and send that email out soon. You know, then by the 9th, maybe you'll have some ideas come to you.
Just using the whole member
I
list.
would use the number list, yeah, those who went up.
Okay. Yeah, just a call for themes.
Yeah,
Just
exactly, exactly, I would do
Right.
that, yeah. See if, and just say, you know, say on there, hey, look, we're having our first meeting, we can have some kind of ideas. Or have any of your ideas by the 9th, our first main meeting.
Yeah.
You know, can you get that into us, you know, and we'll take a look at all these, vote on it, and we'll have something by the end of that meeting.
Yeah, perfect.
I think that would be good.
For that email list, would I just, we're gonna get access to that.
Isn't that just the Google? Or for the
I think he
members?
was referring more to well.
Or you want- Okay, I get confused about that.
You know, I think you probably hit more boxes if you use listserv.
Just use the listserv, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, for, I guess for like big.
And that's fine.
Just because we were hitting our true membership count listserv, we're just like. California.
So
All the other states are on there, they don't, I mean, they care about our conference.
So are you familiar with this?
I'm not, no.
Okay, so when you log
You
in
have access,
here,
don't you?
I don't think I do, no.
you should,
Okay, I don't think we have a formal orientation with that. No.
no, probably not. Well, okay, so when you log in,
That's the problem.
you're gonna get this extra tab here,
Okay,
and then this thing up here.
okay,
And then when you click on that, that gives you the kind of behind the scenes, this is the wild apricot. Jeff and Megan are way familiar with this.
okay.
I got an idea, that's about.
So I did record our session, our orientation session. You could watch the orientation session that we had with Jeff,
Haley and, yeah.
But yeah, it'd be more Megan that, we could set a call for it.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
you to,
we were.
so how would you do it from here then? So he's here,
Email.
so you just create an email here and do a subject?
I like to go to the log. I like to just, email.
Log.
Yes, and then sort by, filter by.
Where's that at?
Left. Left and up, right.
Oh,
Manual. Yeah, I sometimes just like to grab one and then just, so, I mean, you can get it, I mean, I think I've created, so I think Mike, he probably doesn't see my templates. But like, I like to sometimes create templates or just use existing emails.
okay, so obviously this is Michelle's, she
Yeah.
grabbed, she did this off the. You know, you probably just grab this and this will have everybody that you need to send to.
She actually sent you. Yeah. Yeah, the one that you just sent, oh, that was,
I think we should create that graphic.
What's that?
2003.
Yeah, April 3rd through 6th, 2003.
I think we have a.
I mean, I think most people probably count the 2023 top. but
Yeah.
that's kind of-
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good catch.
my coworker instantaneously sent the.
I
Oh,
didn't
you need to go-
I didn't even,
catch that.
I didn't even see, I don't have people on. I saw the 2003, or,
The
I
23.
did the 2023
Yeah.
at the top.
It's either, if you wanna get into this, we can get you set up, I think Megan will help you out there, or maybe you'll have her contact you, maybe you can run through a little thing.
Yeah, and I can certainly be on that call too, I'm quite good.
Yeah,
Especially
Megan and Jeff.
especially the email portion, that I sent out a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but if I could just get access to it and then I
It's
imagine.
either,
it's probably-
if it takes too long to get you guys all together, I would just grab a list service, get it out.
Yeah, I would for this one,
And I grabbed that email from, I can probably grab that from an inbox that I'm on.
Yes.
That email list, okay.
because you're on the list, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so, yeah, just use that, it's just, can't remember what it is.
Make a list of-
Yeah, make it listserv at whatever,
Googlegroup.com.
yeah, or something like that. You just send that, that'll get somebody, Jeff or somebody else will review it before it goes out.
Yeah.
But, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I got my stuff on for those.
I think if you go to Google Groups as well, you can get onto that group, and then you compose an email from there.
I think so, yes.
Because I didn't
I
have,
always do it for my,
I didn't have the listserv as a contact in my Outlook. So, when I tried sharing an email, I think that's what I had to do.
Yeah, Grant says to post a message to listen, an email to magip@googlegroups.com.
Yep.
So I'll just compose what I want, send it to that, and then,
Yep.
okay, perfect.
That exact email, unless Jeff or whoever the other person is.
deny.
Says no, then you'll have to redo it, but.
Sorry, bud.
But yeah,
How often do you check that?
Well, I get a message I had approved 2 messages today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Okay,
I get a separate email every time a message is sent.
okay.
Like, I don't even have to be, well, because I also have my Gmail, like, I don't even have to be on my.
Right.
On my state, well, actually, I have both of them, so I can either do it from like, from your email or Gmail. So just grab that, hit the email, look at it, let's go. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I want to do that.
And I'll just do that, because I can do it this afternoon,
yeah, no, I think.
when we're done here.
I think that'd be good. Yeah.
Perfect.
I have a question about the Google Groups email. Are all members added to that automatically, or do they have to ask to be added?
I would say a good chunk of our membership is not on this. That's the first.
And that's
Okay,
their choice?
yeah, I mean, if they wanna be on the listserv, that would be.
And I'll have to talk with Megan, I know at one point, we were talking about, having a checkbox within like the registration. When you sign up for Magip. It's a checkbox to automatically.
Be put into the listserv.
But I don't know if that exists. I'm trying to log it out.
Yeah, because I guess I have a coworker who is a member, but she's not getting like the social media posts that are coming out through the Google group. And I'm just wondering, like, if people know to join the Google group.
The Google group, that's different than the listserv.
Oh, it is.
Is it the Google group? Okay, then I was gonna say, sorry.
Maybe we need a social media post.
Well, I think the social media posts are mostly on our social media applications, not a lot of them.
That's true.
Well,
Right,
then, okay, I'll take that back. She'll take what is posted on the server and create it in. Post it on social media.
yeah,
That's, I mean, other than the save the date, which she posted on both locations.
right.
It's not like she's taking a job, posting on the list, that she's got just rock or like Powell that posting their own jobs. On the list. Alicia's grabbing that content and pushing it out to social media.
Right, I would have said right, listserv. And now it's actually nice to know that I would just put it on the listserv knowing that it's gonna get pushed out to 4 other social media sites now.
Yeah, well, and Alicia, when we talked to Alicia about that too, she can also probably create a post from the content that Eric is saying. So then people are on our social media can then participate in the conference theme context.
Right, that's exactly right. So yeah, get down the listserv so that, yeah, then we'll just throw that out to the others, yeah. Yes, sure. So yeah, so Nate, to answer your question, no, not everybody that's a member is on the listserv. I guess they gotta ask to be on the listserv.
Yeah. You have that checkbox.
So from Wild Apricot, if you email the member list, it goes to every member.
Yes.
There are some settings in Wild Apricot, active members, etc. So yeah, there's definitely some options as far as how you send it and who you send it to.
Yeah, I get confused on that.
Yeah, it goes. I mean, it's pretty extensive and just an FYI.
No.
So at the recent Marl's initiative there, I made sure that it only went to active members versus like all members and those that maybe whose dues have not, been paid in the past and stuff. So there's a way to query that when you're creating an email to folks.
Well, I'm actually in there twice, so this is actually to Jason's point. Some people are in there multiple times too. So like I'm in there under my personal account, because that's what I use when I was a student. So you have a lot of that too.
Sure.
And then you just have people that maybe joined for a year or two of the conference and just kind of stay whether they're out of state or out of the country or even live.
Right.
So Jason, you said you sent that only to active members and not like lapsed members or expired?
Yeah, yep, correct.
Yeah, so
I don't know if you can go back into I think I saved it under a template.
I just go to logs and find it.
Log, okay.
Yeah, and then go to manage.
So I think,
okay, man.
Like I might have a couple coworkers or maybe my supervisor, he has a lapsed membership. So he wouldn't be getting that.
So here's your email, Jason.
That was different. That was just an email I received a couple days ago from somebody, but the email that I sent
Oh,
to
yeah, sorry, I didn't read the subject.
yeah, no, that's okay. When I'm not in control. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there you go. Let's see.
How do you know we sent it to you?
It's I might be able to find it and share a screenshot, but there's a way to when you're creating it, there's a way to query. I don't see it here though, as far as
Sure. There's a way to do it.
yeah, let me keep going and then I'll just send a quick screenshot just to show folks what it looks like.
There's a lot of options. Come on in.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
All right, no, that sounds good, Jason. I think we're running close to time. We're getting people here for our little walkthrough here. I'm really worried about running through the reports this week. Not really. I mean, we already went through it already. Eric's talked about conference stuff already. We went through the communications thing already with you.
Yeah. Maybe we can go next.
Good, Eric, do you got anything to report?
Are you talking this, Eric, or?
Talking about Spanglenburg.
Okay. Yeah, I guess, well, MLEAC met September 15th. They were happy that about the bylaw change with Magip. So I am continuing to be, I asked for volunteers, but no one stepped up. So I will continue to be your MLAC rep on the Magip board.
Hey.
That's good, thank you.
So
That wasn't a big agenda item, wasn't it, on that meeting?
it was, yeah, it was just hidden in the agenda way down in there. They had a lot of things going on this last meeting. Some interesting things. Low distortion projections. They're asking someone from the state library to maybe try and become a steward of those. The Montana State Plane Coordinate 2022 is on its way. So they're just looking at ideas along that one. Let's see, DNRC UAV workflow, pretty impressive. They've got 9 drones with 16 pilots at the DNRC that they use for cultural, gravel pile measurements, cultural resource mapping, etc., that type of thing. So pretty impressive seeing that presentation. Big thing going on right now, and this is coming from the governor's office, is some regulatory reform. It's called the red tape relief. Basically, they're wanting to update laws where they can be changed, maybe mess with board sizes, just to make them more efficient, more accountable. State library is going to be looking at that. We'll probably have a small working group on the MLAC side to take a look at the MLIA legislation, see if there's anywhere that can be refined or not. Pretty much see updates. If you go to state library, you can see the MSDI update, their climate page. A lot of updates on that page. Pretty cool. Some downloadable data available. Imagery data, the NAPE 2021 is available online. So that is available from the state library. GIS coordinators report, they're working on their business plans. Let's see, they have a nice dashboard set up for the geo-enabled elections. That's going to be coming up. The Montana State Reference Network. And let's see, grant reporting, not much there. They're going to be looking at another grant management application. They're not going to be using that Ampli fund anymore. So, and yeah, then we broke off and had a land plan discussion for what's going to be used for the next year's grant cycle. So, and I think I didn't write it down, but I think I have the web page open still. Our next meeting is in November, November 17th. In the detail, let me see here. We met on the state capitol last time. I don't know where they're meeting this time. It doesn't, location is still in the air. I don't know where we're meeting in November. So
Thinking buildings would be a good spot.
Spangenberg, my understanding is if the Capitol room is available, that's but I think DNRC is the backup.
Yeah, we've always the Capitol is kind of nice, but the DNRC room is a nice room as well. So,
well, here's one thing to think of. Our next in-person meeting is going to be Nate, do you think we should have it at the DNRC? I don't know. Capitol.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Do you think we should have it at the DNRC conference room? Our January meeting?
We're having the next in-person meeting for Magip is in January, and we're wondering if we should have that at the NRC.
Yeah.
And the reason why I ask is because, obviously, it's state library, we don't have a conference room anymore. When we met with Ezra yesterday for a couple folks, we had to use their old break room. So it was kind of, yeah. But I know the DNRC building, or the DNRC conference room is set up nicely to do.
Yeah, we do have a couple conferences rooms, and I could see if one's open if we have a date.
Yeah, well, it's the next in-person meeting, which is January
17th. Yeah, January 17th. If you could check that availability date, that'd be awesome.
Okay, perfect.
All right, cool. Anything else, Eric?
No, that about covers my notes that I had from the event.
All right, great, thank you.
Yep.
Jason, did you have anything? We kind of went over a few stuff there with the tech already, but
Yeah, just I guess we held our first workshop meeting. I sent out the minutes to folks that were involved last year, and yeah, we're just starting to reach out to folks like Eric Pimpler to confirm. I know Eric has already confirmed with him, but I'll reach out as well and just review, possible workshops that he may recommend. We're just starting. We've got a new, I guess, spreadsheet that's created in Google Drive under the 23 Bozeman folder. But had the initial meeting, it was good. We just kind of an overview of last year and things we want to change, if anything. And let me just pull that up quick just to see. Reviewed the GranTree. Let's see, layout. And review the last year's post-conference report as far as what people would recommend, any or things that we should consider. And I won't share that and stuff right now, but yeah, first meeting is done, and we'll start to continue to reach out to folks, and including Esri, Eric Pimpler at Geospatial Training, and likely Census at this point. So we'll probably try to talk to Esri, a little bit tonight about it, but they're usually fairly late in confirming their attendance, but historically have always been really supportive. So don't have, I'm anticipating that they'll attend as well again this year. So,
All right. That
got
sounds
it.
good. All right, cool.
Well, at least this year they weren't the last week coming on in like the virtual conference.
Yeah.
Their vendor sponsorship did come until the Sunday before or whatnot.
All right, anybody else have anything? I want to remind everybody that there's a meetup tonight in Helena. If you're interested, you guys want to do anything for GIS Day, put in a request for, what's it called? Yeah, request for assistance. We'll probably we'll be more than happy to help you out with that. Anybody have anything else?
Bozeman have one? Should. Yes, they. Looks like you just got on.
All right, guys. Nothing else. I think we're gonna get a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I can motion to adjourn.
All right, anybody want to second that?
I'll second that.
All right, Mike will second that. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you so much, and we'll report on our little walkthrough here today to everybody soon. So,
Okay, thanks, and see some of you tonight.
See you guys tonight.
Yeah.